Thanks very much, Ollie. Let's get more on that news that people in coastal areas of Haiti have been urged to leave their homes and do anything they can to protect their lives because a hurricane is sweeping across their country. Hurricane Matthew, in fact. It's one of the most powerful storms to hit the Caribbean in recent years, with wind speeds of more than 140 miles an hour. Well, on the line now is Major Brad Roundtree, who's a pilot with the US Air Force Hurricane Hunters, otherwise known as the 53rd Weather Reconnaissance Squadron. And believe it or not, he flew right through the eye of the storm last night. And he joins us now from St. Croix in the US Virgin Islands. Thank you very much indeed for being with us, Major. What was it like?
Yes, it was. Last night we flew through the storm. We penetrated the eye 6 times, and it was a pretty wild ride. The winds were high. There was a lot of lightning and a lot of turbulence.
I mean, you make a habit of flying through these sort of storms. How does it compare with other tropical storms and hurricanes?
How it compares with other ones? This one's a little smaller, but it's very powerful, and the turbulence was pretty good, and it was just it's forming to be a very powerful storm.
Some people might be asking themselves, why on earth would you want to fly through the eye of a hurricane? What is the purpose?
The purpose of our mission, what we do is, with our aircraft, it's instrumented with certain instruments that allow us to relay data back to the National Hurricane Center, which then in turn lets those guys forecast the track and the intensity of the storm a lot better. Every time we fly through, it probably sharpens the projection by 25% each time we pass through the eye with the data we pass back to the National Hurricane Center.
And what does it feel like when you go through one of these things in a plane? I mean, I guess turbulence isn't the word for it.
Yeah, it's the big thing is penetrating the eye wall, which is where you have the strongest winds. And when something like that is, if people are familiar with the little bit of turbulence you get from flying with an airliner, it's roughly probably about 4 or 5 times that, and then it's the duration is anywhere from 5 minutes to 8 to 10 minutes of getting bounced around a little bit. Sometimes you can climb and descend up to about 300 or 400 feet in a few seconds, and sometimes even with the lower pressure ones like this system's a pretty lower pressure, that you'll actually descend a pretty good bit as you're going into the lower pressure in the center of the eye at a very quick rate.
Bounced around a little bit. That sounds like an understatement to me. Do you ever get nervous? Do you ever think this is quite dangerous kind of work?
No, we rely on the training. We all have pretty extensive training and stuff like that. And the aircraft is, the aircraft. We've got a strong aircraft. It's a reliable aircraft, and we just kind of rely on what we've learned and what we've done in the past, and we just kind of stick to the mission, focus on that, and hopefully we get through everything.
How long have you been doing this for, Major?
I've been flying airplanes for roughly 15 years, but I've just joined the Hurricane Hunters. I'm about a year and a half into it now.
Okay, and just Hurricane Matthew, it's obviously being nervously awaited in Haiti. It's already done quite a lot of damage there. How do you think that compares to previous hurricanes that there have been in the Caribbean? We're hearing it's one of the worst for quite a few years.
Yeah, well, from what we're hearing from the National Hurricane Center, it is one of the larger ones that's come through the area in quite some time. So hopefully with the research and the missions we've been flying, we've prepared the governments and the people of the islands and plenty enough time to help them prepare and get ready for the storm.
And we gather it's heading potentially towards Florida and Cuba and so on. Are you going to be any plans to fly back through this hurricane?
Yes, sir. We're about to go into crew rest to fly back in it tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning. Okay. Well, very good luck to you. Stay safe as you fly through Hurricane Matthew once again tomorrow. That's Major Brad Roundtree, who's a pilot with the US Air Force Hurricane Hunters.